So celebrate the small wins, because sometimes those small wins turn into the big wins. And all right, so today marks week 10. I did pretty good sticking to my 1850 calories. I didn't cut carbs completely. I only did carbs, I think, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no carbs past Wednesday. And what I did was for like Monday, I had a shrimp quesadilla and a half salad. I had some kind of chicken taquito mix. My total calories were 1856. Tuesday, no carbs. I had a beef bowl, chicken wings and a half salad. Wednesday, had a half a shrimp quesadilla and a half salad again. No more carbs. Oh, and then the calories, Tuesday was 1703, Wednesday was 1845. Thursday, no carbs, 1601 calories. Friday, no carbs, 1840 calories. Saturday, tuna, 1782 calories. So I have been able to cut the carbs out. I've done pretty well with that. Just doing, like I said, one tortilla with either a taco or a quesadilla, and they're homemade tortillas, so they're very healthy. My wife makes her own homemade tortillas. One thing I do want to point out is I've already done the weigh-in, so I know what the number is. I'm down to 315.8 today, and that's actually down. Last week I was 317.6. That's just shy of 2 pounds. Just call it 2 pounds. I don't know if that's just because I cut out carbs or why I was able to go down 2 pounds. I was able to maintain roughly around the 1850, 1800. I think my low was 16 something, like I read 1601. So I went a little lower, but I find that maintaining that kind of constant calorie count, which was hard actually, try to make sure I ate to 1800 or something calories. I had to have some late night snacks. Here's where I ate popcorn, 75 calories, 2 grams of protein. And so I ate I think that's a cup of popcorn. But one thing I want to point out is I haven't said this, but acknowledge the small wins, right? Sometimes it's the small wins that make a big deal, right? Like going from 336, my first week, day one was 336, I think mostly water weight, but by the end of my first week, I was 329.0. Huge. I'm out of the 330s, right? And then I kind of blew past the 320s, and at home and with my family, we celebrated, hey, I went down, I'm out of the 320s, I'm in the teens now. And my next big goal is to be, 310 or less. But today hitting 315 is another, I made out of 320s, and it took me, week 6, I hit 321.4, and then week 7, I hit 319. I'm out of the 320. That was a big accomplishment. I celebrated the small win. I did it kind of just with my family. We were excited, like, hey, I hit the small win. And then today, 315.8, that's another milestone. It's 5 pounds, but it's 5 pounds. I'm at, 315, 310, then 305, 300. Because it's just one step at a time. Don't get so tied up on, oh man, my weight, my calories. Celebrate the small wins. Hey, I'm down, overall, if you look at 315, I'm down 20 pounds. 336 to 315, right? Is that 20 pounds? 21 pounds, my wife's telling me in the background. I don't math. But I'm down 21 pounds since I started. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Wow. So, that overall big number, but if you just celebrate the small win, if I had started out saying, I want to lose 20 pounds and it took me, 10 weeks, it's kind of crappy. It's like, damn, that's so long. I'm missing out on so much food, and I'm exercising every day, and I'm tired when I wake up at 4 a.m. But look at what's changed in this 10 weeks. My entire family started working out. My son's down, I think 8 or 9 pounds. My wife's down 8 or 9 pounds. My little girl, who has nothing to lose, she's maintained about 5 pounds off. She's actually getting where she has a freaking 6-pack almost, which is kind of crazy. And so our family gets up, we exercise every morning. We exercise, I come home, we go for walks occasionally throughout the week. We're spending more time together as a family. And in that 10 weeks, I managed to lose 21 pounds. So celebrate the small wins, because sometimes those small wins turn into the big wins. And hopefully, let's see, if it's week 10, the 90-day mark, the 3-month mark, it's right around the corner. It's 2 weeks away. And hopefully we'll see, I don't know if I'll see 310 in 2 weeks or not, but we'll see what happens. And so Celebrate the small goals, the small wins, and keep setting that. Be like, hey, once you hit that first 5 pounds off, chase the next 5 pounds, then the next 5 pounds, or maybe go bigger. Maybe you have less weight to lose, go bigger with 10 pounds. But you know, for me, I'm trying to get down to like 180 pounds. That for 330, that's what, 150 pounds, 156 pounds. If I try to say, oh, I'm only down 20 pounds, it's kind of discouraging. So celebrate the small wins, rejoice in it, and look at the change you've made. I went from a large waistline to I'm down, you know, 6 or 7 inches off my, just when I measure my stomach, I've lost 6 or 7 inches off my stomach. I think I'm down 3 inches off my waist. I'm down about 2 inches off both arms, both thighs in that same 10-week period versus before, you know, just eating and kind of working out, you know, going for a walk. I was just kind of maintaining around the 330, 325 to 330. So celebrate the small wins, acknowledge that and celebrate it. I said, I don't celebrate it on the camera. I'm not here to brag or boast or anything. I'm just trying to help other people who might be struggling to struggle and see, hey, this struggle is real. These cravings are real. This stuff sucks, right? But do it. Like, I'm choosing to do it for my family. And you know, I mentioned I've had weight loss surgery. There's no redoing that. You know, I had a gastric bypass. There's no redo on that. It's one and done. If I gain the weight back, I gain the weight back. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to have a complication from a surgery. I don't want to have any issues. I want to be able to live for my family. I had the surgery the first time because I was big. I was 430 pounds when I had the surgery. And I lost down to my lowest was, I think, 210, 215. And then slowly over the last couple of years, after my dad passed, I gained a lot of weight. You know, just I'm trying to get it off the healthy way and trying to build a lifestyle change where I eat healthier. My family works out. We all do a healthier lifestyle. So just celebrate it. Celebrate your small wins and keep going, keep pushing, and just keep moving forward with the joyness, you know, joyful heart. So anyway, this is Jacob with Live For Them. Thanks. All right, so today is the week 10 weigh-in. Let's see what we got. 315.8.